So folks, this is another Tanglewood. Hello, I'm up here. This is another Tanglewood. This time no damage. It's a TW28SNQ. So I presume that is 28 style dreadnought, solid spruce maybe. I think the top is solid on these, solid spruce top. So it's another dreadnought, and Britain's most popular, the UK's most popular brand. You don't see as many in the US. And this one does have what looks to be Grovers on it. Does that say Grover? I don't have my glasses, I'll say it does. This is a solid spruce dreadnought with rosewood bridge, nice shaped bridge with what looks to be a bone nut and saddle, all mahogany neck, kind of nice figure on that neck if you can see it, back and sides with the black binding. Yeah, this is pretty much your bog standard dreadnought, handcrafted guitar from Tanglewood. So in the US, I have had quite a few Tanglewoods and done videos on them, but they only offer certain models. They don't offer the full spectrum in the US. Over here you get, of course, because it's the #1 seller, a lot more of their models available, especially in the entry-level sphere. So this is probably a 150, 200, 220 costing guitar. It's very competently made. The grain in the spruce is nice. It's come to me very slightly used. It needs new strings, and the action is really, not really high, but kind of high, with a very slight bit of relief in the neck. I don't think I need to take too much of that out from just sighting it. But the saddle is too high. There's plenty of room in the saddle, so this shouldn't be a problem to set up. Nice keys, which are oddly crooked. I do think these have been replaced. I'm not certain because I don't see any extra drill holes, but I can't imagine Tanglewood putting these on this crooked. Anyway, they are. So a little bit of setup on this, and I've got another nice dreadnought for somebody looking for a nice entry-level guitar. And it's nice to see Tanglewoods on this side of the pond. I've had a few on the US side. I've been looking forward to seeing the array available here. Of course, the last one I got had a broken off headstock. The seller accepted a partial discount, so I am going to try to repair that and make a player out of it. So I've got two Tanglewoods now. One, I'm not sure if there's enough surface area on that headstock to do a good repair on it without doweling it or splining it, something like that, which probably isn't worth the trouble. So I'll probably Gorilla Glue it and see how it does. This one here just needs a simple setup. This is a TW28SNQ. Yeah, pretty much what I expected. Just needs a good clean, a good setup. Again, a bit of weight to it, so the graduation looks a bit thick on that top. I do see grain going all the way through. It is kind of thick though, heavily braced. Probably made for entry level to stand up to the abuse, I imagine. So yeah, another Tanglewood to set up, and then I'll see if I can glue the other one and get that going. And then I'll hopefully show you the results of both those procedures. Okay folks, yeah, that's all I've got to show you today. Unfortunately, I had an Admirer guitar come to me, but it was damaged, so that went straight back. But I'll have more soon. All right. Okay folks, this is the D28 or TW28 Tanglewood. A lot of dust inside there. There we go. Check it out. The setup was a little bit tricky. It scoops up towards the top, so I have to get the right amount of relief to where it plays well in the middle, but it doesn't fret out in the top, which can be tricky. I have to take a lot out of this saddle. I couldn't take too much, straighten the neck too much, because otherwise it would make the frets up here fret out. So one of those guitars, you know what I'm talking about, you people who work on guitars, sometimes they scoop up at the end. You can take the frets out and plane it out, but on these cheap guitars it's not really worth it. So you just set them up to where they can play as best they can. Otherwise, pretty simple. Guitar setup, reliable spruce top dreadnought from Tanglewood. I probably see a lot of these because I'm sure they're probably one of the top sellers from this particular line. But otherwise all pretty standard. Mahogany back and sides, black lining, not winding. Rosewood board with the mother of pearl or mother of something in there. There's the headstock on that. Nice straight squared off headstock with the Tanglewood logo. No veneer on the headstock, just the same wood as you get on the back, which I kind of like. Nice shaped bridge on there as well. A little bit heavy, so graduated pretty heavy to probably withstand some abuse. But otherwise a pretty good matte finished or satin finished guitar. There's the grain on the back, or the figure on the back, and sides. It's got some wear on it, some dings, but I'll put this with a nice bag and it will make a nice entry level for someone. That's a gull. Can you believe that? It's so loud. Yeah, 20 miles inland, gulls. You know how it goes. So there you go. There's the setup on the Tanglewood. The second Tanglewood I've got. Hopefully I'll be able to fix the other one and show you that. This one I'm going to find a home for because it's a nice little player. Alright folks, see you on the next one.